Greetings, folks. This is Woody from Obadiah's Cookstoves. What I wanted to talk about today is our new flagship, which is our Heco 520, and we have the 420 as well. So we have a large cook stove, and I put them next to each other so you can get an idea of the size of the stoves sitting side by side. We've traveled the world, we've looked at cook stoves from all over and compared them and taken that technology and brought it back and partnered together with one of the best Amish cook stove manufacturers in the United States today, in my opinion. And hence we have these new products that we can offer you, which are Amish built in Lancaster, PA, and top quality stoves. So I kind of want to go over the features so you can see the differences side by side. You can see we've a little bit higher. We have a porcelain cooktop. Our hot plates are now removable. There's 3 of them. And our door is glass, as you can see, and it opens up. We have our convection comes out the front, as well as the side. We've engineered our stoves where we no longer need a railing in front of it in case you touch it as far as getting burned. We've come up with a lot of really cool features, the way that our stoves are built. We have a knife edge for our seal for our door gasket, which produces a very nice seal in our door so we can get a really tight stove. If you look inside our Firebox, you'll be really amazed as far as the upgrades that have been made as far as combustion technology. This is a wood or coal cook stove. Therefore, it will burn either or equally well. It does have a shaker grate in the bottom. And if you go with the wood, we have a conversion plate that goes in the bottom of the stove, which is a steel plate. It fits in this guy right here. And what we do is the plate will cut down the airflow to give you easily 12, 16-hour burns. The shaker grates are in the bottom. They're cast iron. As you can see, there's a roller here when you latch. There's literally a roller that it spins on. The thickness of the steel, it's a very heavy stove, very heavy gauge. Got a huge ash pan in the bottom. Again, a knife edge. Again, roller for our latch. Billet hinges. The hinges are fully adjustable, so you can adjust them here and you can adjust your latch. Very important. The glass has a gasket fully around, all the way around. Built-in air wash. Everything is laser cut on a CNC. Top quality. I mean, this, even though it's Amish, we're using Miller-Matic wire feed welders. We have all of the latest technology and presses, and CNC and lasers. These stoves are built as they should be. Nice galvanized ash pan that won't rot out. The door is double thickness and insulated down below to help hold the heat in down in the bottom of the firebox. The bottom of the firebox is right here. It's a very deep, tall firebox. You can put a massive amount of wood. You're somewhere in the area of over 6 cubic square feet of space inside this firebox. Again, secondary combustion, very clean burning. We designed the stove to pass EPA. So it is one of the cleanest burning wood cook stoves on the market today. However, we haven't got it tested yet, but we did design the stove from the ground up specifically as a wood cook stove with secondary combustion to burn cleanly. The oven, as you can see, it's very large. And it's very nice how it folds down. Typical of your modern range. There's a clean out in the bottom that slides out. So that you can clean any spills. 2 oven racks. Stove. A very large oven. That oven is huge. Temperature gauge on the front, and then our clean out is done on the bottom. Behind this panel, I'm not going to lift that off. Just trust me, it's there. Also, there is a thermostatic control on this stove. On the back, you turn a dial and you set the thermostat whatever you want, and it automatically maintains that temperature. So one of the cool things you can see is the thimble that's above. That's not your typical thimble. As you would see on most stoves, you would come up here, hit a 90 and go through the wall this way, or we go through the wall at an angle. That is our pipe. We also have our own brand of pipe. So Obadiah is on the forefront of designing, engineering, and safety concerning stoves. I'm going to show you some more features as far as operation. You know, air control here. It's a very simple stove to control. Your oven's on the other side. Push in, pull out. I'll pop off your lids and give you an idea for your hot plates. These are very heavily built. Cast iron with a porcelain finish. Each one weighs about 20-30 pounds. There's a baffle system in the top of the stove, ceramic baffles, for a secondary reburn with combustion tubes down below. Now you can see, here's your baffle, and the smoke comes up here and then circulates around here and goes down below, underneath the oven when this flap is closed. And the flap is closed. So when it's open, your smoke is coming up here, going out here, and going into the chimney. This is a very heavy gauge quarter plate steel for your flap. You can see the quality. There's even pins in the ends and cotter pins to hold the pins. So there's been a lot of very nice attention to detail in this quality of the stove. Some of the really cool things that I want to show you too. There's also a ceramic panel on the side of the oven, and there is literally ceramic insulation on the back of the oven. The oven is designed to heat evenly, and we spent a lot of time perfecting this stove. This stove has been out 4 years and been in the field under testing in various Amish homes. So we've spent a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of effort in perfecting the stove before we brought it to the English. And so we want a top quality. We want to be able to bring a stove to you that's going to have a lifespan of 30 years and is the quality that you would expect from Obadiah's. You can see the insulation behind your oven. This is not like our 2000 or the Kitchen Queen, the way that the smoke goes. This is your traditional style cook stove. Your smoke is going out the top, down, under, up, and out the chimney. That's your smoke path. And it's all based on this flap right here. So when that flap is down, your smoke simply comes out here, comes up, and around. There's a very small gap. Most of the heat is contained in the baffles, in that the tubes. I'll open this up here in a minute and show you, but the tubes are set in the top So these are your baffles. They're heavy ceramic and they fit in the top of the firebox. These are your secondary tubes. Your oxygen is being fed up through this square tubing, which is stainless steel. The stove has a lot of stainless in it, a boatload of stainless. Very heavily made. For example, this is your channel that holds your brick in, stainless steel, heavy gauge. You can see the bricks that are your divider between your smoke path. You can see how large the firebox is. There's refractory all the way around. You have oxygen coming in these tubes, oxygen coming in through here, and then underneath your grates. That's where the air comes in to feed the combustion system in this stove. There are little holes in these pins inside these tubes that are bringing the combustion air in. Now the way that fits in there, this bracket holds the wood so it can't fall. So in the future when you have this stove, if you don't have this in properly and it's on the back side, your bricks can tip forward. So it's this channel that locks those bricks into place so they can't move. So that's just a technical thing I wanted to show you. So there you have it. This is the stove. It's very well built, very well designed, or very well thought out. One of the issues, that we've had over the years, and we've had tons of input from our clients on all the various cook stoves, was the height of the warming shelf. You can see the warming shelf on the Kitchen Queen and the 2000 is not that tall. When you're canning, and you have really big cans and pots, we've had a lot of people say that they wanted a higher space so they could get their canners in. This has been designed for canning. The canners fit right in there. So as far as putting your domestic water system in, there are already holes in the stove. It's all prepped, ready to go. Very simple installation. We have little flaps that you just slide them open, slide the stuff in, and bang, 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 away you go. We've tried to spend a lot of time and thought in detail in this stove so that the stove will last long, it'll be easy to operate, and easy to maintain, easy to clean, and most of all be very efficient and very clean burning. Thank you very much. This is Woody from Obadiah.